Favorite part right there. What's up, Big Rapids? I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And we are so glad that you are with us. Before we even get started, I just want to say no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, you are a valuable part of this community. You're loved, and we're just so glad you're tuning in. We will try not to waste even a moment of your precious time. Pat, how are you, sir?
I am wonderful, and much like every week, we appreciate everybody tapping in. Like, subscribe, all those. Drop the comments. We do read them, and we
do.
We have a nice little chuckle about some of them. So
thanks
we
for the
appreciate
engagement,
the
guys. Thanks for letting us know about some of the things that are going on and coming up. Yep. I love it, man. We got our own little crew that's sort of letting us know about some stuff.
Squad.
And we got some good stuff for them this week. There's there are some new things around town, and
it's Easter week.
It's Easter week, which means all things are new. Everybody gets a fresh chance at redemption.
Yes, reborn
and we need it. I've been a complete dud this week, so I could totally use a little redemption. And
eating too much candy myself. And yeah, it's been one of those weeks. You know,
oh, man.
Sometimes you just slip into those.
You know, I find that the older I get, the grumpier I'm getting, and the more closed off I am to things that are different than what I'm into. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I just in typical grump fashion, I did this all over everybody's good time a little bit this week. I just wanted to work and keep my head down and keep going. And
it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do, and it's easy to get caught in that situation.
It is. I'm going to try to do better in the future. But you know what? Other than that, it's actually been a pretty decent week, even with the snow almost every single morning.
Sun in the afternoon.
Sun at the
same time.
Got to play golf a couple of times. Have you been out at all?
I have not. I've stretched. I got the golf clubs out. I got some new golf shoes.
Oh, what'd you get?
Just some Nike golf shoes. Something comfy and new that aren't kind of beat
Nike
up.
Is still making golf shoes?
Yes. That's their thing, is they stuck with the apparel line. They ditched all the everything else. But,
well, they were right to ditch the clubs. Yeah. I was a Nike golf guy, and I stuck with them for about 10 years. I really liked a lot of the stuff, but it doesn't hold up. Once I got something.
Speaking of golf, the winner was wearing Nike golf. Rory McIlroy had those.
That's right.
Yeah, he had the pink Blossom new, I don't even know, Air Max something or another. Is
that right?
It's a pretty shoe. Yeah.
He's a stylish guy.
Yeah. He took care of business, though.
He sure did.
Almost choked it.
Man, I'm so proud. Have we not talked about this?
No, we have not. We have not, actually.
Oh, man, I am so proud and happy. I mean, I've never been, like, the biggest fan. He got a little, during the whole, like, live golf split and whatnot, he really stuck his neck out, and it didn't seem like it worked out that well for him. Public opinion really wasn't in his favor. But I don't think that anybody deserved it more than that guy, if for nothing else than just to get people to stop talking about it.
Right. I mean, he's clearly a good golfer.
The guy, I mean, who would bother someone who had won like Olympic gold in 3 of their 4 sports and be like, well, when are you going to win gold in that other one?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, who does that?
Could you imagine hearing that every year for 10 years?
Since you were a kid. Right. Yeah, since you were like a very young man.
The bar was set a very long time ago for him. And
it's almost impossible under those circumstances. And the guy's having an incredible season. He won. We're talking about Rory McIlroy winning the Masters golf tournament. He's only the 6th person in history.
Yep.
In the history of the game to win all 4 of the major titles,
complete in Grand Slam
career.
Yep.
So Tiger Woods was the last. Just to put it in perspective for people, how hard this is. We have Scotty Scheffler on the scene,
very good,
who is near perfect.
Near perfect.
He's won almost everything. He hasn't done this.
No.
We've got.
We've had fiends for days.
I don't
all
want to
these
start
different
naming golfers.
Right.
I don't want to put anybody else in that same position.
Plenty of good golfers since
who have
Tiger,
won
like 2000 or something, 2001.
Yeah, who've won like the U.S. Open and maybe won like 2 of these. Mm-hmm. But nobody has been in this position, and for him to step up and get it done in a playoff,
right? Well, he joked it away a little bit. And got a little redemption
left a
on
room,
but
it's not like Justin Rose is a slouch.
No.
That guy was leading the. He's won it before. Yeah, he's won it before, and he he was leading a couple of the rounds. Yeah. So, I mean, he deserved to be in that playoff.
I was rooting for Bryson. I don't know why. I just this weird, he's finally.
Yeah, he's grown on me. As a person and as a golfer. Sorry, everybody. We're going to get back to Big Rapid stuff in a minute. If you're not into golf, we're just excited that the weather is changing a little bit.
Golf league.
That's right.
Emails are out the buzzing, and
I'm getting invited to. I've already been invited to 3
outings.
Yes, just this week.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody talked to me yesterday about an outing that we were doing together that we've never talked about. I don't know.
You and I?
Yeah, we'll have to circle back around on that.
I want, if I can get the time, I want to go do it because it's a great way to spend a day. Mm-hmm. Great way to spend some time with some friends.
It's good networking.
Great networking.
You can learn a lot about what's going on in Big Rapids.
Honestly, these days, lately I felt like I've been so busy that it's like, what am I actually getting to do for some of these charities that I love?
Yep.
I'm not donating money. I'm not donating my time. What am I doing?
Yep.
So at least with one of these, you get to feel like you are, every dollar you spend is going towards something good. Yeah. And honestly,
get something in return.
I just love golf, man. I love it. So I went out.
Sunburn.
I've gone out twice. Shot a 42, both rounds. Way better.
Look at you.
And I felt amazing. I mean, I felt like I'm hitting it straight, drives good. I'm just like, for a crappy golfer.
I'm worried. I'm just not going to do that well when I get out there. It's been a long time. I'm a lot tighter than I was in September last time we played. But
let's try to go.
Let's get out there for sure.
Try to get out there. All right. Enough golf talk. We got other sports stuff to talk. We got lots of sports stuff to talk about. We've got a couple things we got to do this week, gang. We've got to wrap up our winners from the March Madness tournament that we held.
Yes,
we've got basketball news of our own in Big Rapids. I mean, we've got NBA playoff. We got so much sports stuff. So
I'm excited.
Let's spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? Easter?
Yeah, Easter's coming up. I've seen a couple things I wanted to make sure we shared. One was an Easter egg hunt. I see that's Friday night. It was
in Morley?
It was it's up here in Big Rapids.
It's that's the Big Rapids one.
Yep, it's going to be hosted by Breezy Films, sponsored by Friday 6 to 7. This is over on East Madison Street, ages 10 and under. Looks like the Yellow Window food truck will be there, and over 2,000 eggs.
Wow. Okay, what is 1010 East Madison?
I believe that's his location over there on the east side.
Breezy Films.
Breezy Films.
Do you know anything about that? What is Breezy Films?
They hosted a 3-on-3 down in Morley a month ago or so. But Breezy Films does window tinting here in town.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought it was a media company.
No, films for your windows and such.
That's really cool. So it's like a car, sort of a detailing type of not detailing, but accessory type of a company, and they are hosting a egg hunt. How about that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
The city is doing one at the. Oh, right, that's right. The Elks are hosting it.
Yep.
I was going to say there's still going to be a big one at the Fairgrounds. That is going to be this Saturday. Mm-hmm. It's free. It's going to happen rain or shine, gang. It's at 1:00 in the afternoon, so there's not really a lot of excuses not to make it out. I don't know where on the Fairgrounds exactly it'll be, but
I would say probably the grandstand.
You think in the circle,
inner circle?
Maybe.
I would assume that's probably where.
Be a fun spot,
or back by where the camping happens. One of those two spaces.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Either way, good on the Elks for picking this tradition up. So again, that's the Easter egg hunt. It's Saturday, April 19th. That's this Saturday. It's at 1:00 at the Mecosta County Fairgrounds. It's free, and it's going to happen rain or shine. And I see they've got a few sponsors. Let's shout them out. Yep. Chuck and Merides, good on you guys. Big Rapids Tire and Y102, WYBR.
Shout out, and the Elks.
And the Elks, of course.
Awesome.
Elks care, Elks share.
Yeah, there's a lot of these, been happening the last couple of weeks. I know there's some other ones in local areas around Big Rapids, not just here. So
sorry that we don't
jump
know.
on Facebook and see what else is out there. There's tons of them. There's, bunnies visiting, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
get the kids out there.
So that's Easter. Hopefully you guys will make some time for family. And
I got to do Easter alone.
Oh, that's right. Brandy's out of town.
She is. She's down in wonderful Florida, probably watching. Hi, wife.
She's not watching. Let's
hit
be
the thumbs
real.
up button. Thank you.
Let's be real. She might push like, but she's her floaty in the pool is doing this.
Yeah, she's sunglasses and no. So riding solo this week. And,
Okay. Well, you should come over.
I gotta do kids stuff. I gotta do the church service on Saturday.
Me too.
I was working over at the rental, so that's gonna take up some time Saturday too. And then I gotta do Easter.
You should maybe, I mean, I don't know,
Solo.
maybe you guys all come over and we do something together, or we take the kids and go see a movie that day. Because I've got to do
I gotta
live
go to my
stream
mom's
for
on
the
Sunday.
church. And you do?
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta bake a cheesecake and go to my mom's.
Well, maybe Saturday.
Yeah, maybe. For
It'd
sure.
be fun to go just, do something with the kids that's, just fun.
She's out enjoying herself.
Well, it's not quid pro quo.
Oh, my bad.
It's not a tit for tat.
No tit for tat. My bad.
Right.
All right.
It's just, it's Easter weekend. And, I don't want
and
you.
there's plenty of good stuff to go see. I
don't want you just moping around the house.
I do got plenty to do, but has Siobhan ever left you to fend for yourself for a week? Because I wanted to ask, like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, because instantly your schedule's all off. Normally,
Pat, I actually just got a message from your wife. She said, "Do the dishes."
Well, there you go. You're not gonna. I don't remember ever having a spare minute when my wife was out of town much.
That's fair.
Not much, anyway. It's just different routine. Picking up a little bit of the slack, it'll make you appreciate your wife more.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I gotta tote the kid to youth group tonight and pick him up from school. And,
man.
Today I'm always off on Wednesdays. And
Okay.
I had to work today.
Yeah.
And, so things like that. But you have these normal things that you do. Especially at nighttime, right? When it's time to get ready for bed, and it's just
it is odd.
it's just odd.
Yeah,
You don't got your partner in crime.
That's how I feel when I go. Like this last week I had to go to a conference, and so it was a couple nights being away.
You stayed in a hotel.
And
Yeah,
it's just like, what do you do with that time?
watch Food Network or something.
Nothing at all. Because that's not very fulfilling. But,
No.
Enough whining about that.
Yeah,
That
I will be
fine.
watching basketball. Because
Okay.
the Pistons are in the playoffs, and I'm super excited.
Is the NBA already to the playoffs?
Yep. The play-in game started last night. There'll be some tonight, and then I think the playoffs start Friday, Saturday type thing.
Who's like the favorite?
There's a bunch of teams. The problem is that the favorites, your 1 and 2 seeds, are young, right? They're ambitious. In the East, like Boston's really good. Cavs are really good. Like those are your 1 seeds. But in like the West, OKC, Thunder, Houston Rockets, they're really young. But then you got like the Lakers, right?
A lot of our listeners don't even know those are real teams.
Right. But the Lakers, right? Stacked with veteran talent. LeBron,
Especially now.
Luka.
They got Luka Doncic.
Right, exactly. But they come in at like the 4 seed or 3 seed, right? Because they had rest days and this and this. And so in terms of favorites, I don't know, probably Denver's always in there. They got Joker, and he's probably the best player in basketball still. And I don't know. It's going to be fun, though.
I don't even know what that means.
A lot of people tapped out of the NBA a long time ago.
Yeah.
And,
I don't watch,
blame
and
them.
I can see the eyes glazing over.
I'm excited
as
that
I
the
look out
Pistons
into
are
the camera.
relevant
but
again,
hey,
though.
at least
That's
Michigan's in it. That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Michigan basketball, I wanted to give a congratulations to our friend Andy Bronkema.
That's right.
The longtime coach of the Ferris men's basketball team,
National champion.
he brought prestige and glory to Big Rapids, and we thank him for that. And congratulations, he was able to get a job with the nearest D1 school, so he's getting to move up from Division II to Division I, which, as far as I understand, is just. I think about the money that the school invests in their athletics. That's what makes them D1 versus D2. So that
good opportunity for him.
Doesn't mean the Central's better than us.
No, absolutely not.
All right. But congratulations on picking up a really good coach. Andy Bronkema has been with Ferris for 18 years.
Holy cow.
12 as their head coach of the men's basketball team. In that time, he took them to 9 NCAA Division II tournaments. They won 4 GLIAC championships, 5 GLIAC tournament championships, and they were the 2018 NCAA Division II national champions. That is something.
Yeah, for sure. And they've stayed, even in recent history where maybe they're not accomplishing, national champion, they're relevant, they're
right
winning.
up there.
That's a good, strong program he's developed here. And it's even, sprinkled over to the girls have found success. Not that those two are things are related, but it's created a nice, strong
great
athletic
culture.
foundation.
Yeah, great
Ferris.
culture in the basketball program there at Ferris. So
congratulations to him.
Yep,
that's for
happy and grateful for everything, and rooting for him, in his new gig, as long as they're not playing Ferris.
Right. No, it's congratulations for him. And speaking of other news, I seen our mayor is running again.
Oh, Dr. Guenther.
Dr. Guenther running for re-election.
Hey, he's a great mayor.
He's been great.
He's been a great mayor. I wish him well. Love to get him on this show if he, if there's anything if he thinks that would be helpful, or if there's anything he wants to talk about. I'd love to,
Sorry. You guys got to stop hitting the table. It's reverberating up this.
Yeah.
And I get this.
Every time, right?
Good to know.
We're going to have to figure that out. I wonder if we could use some foam or something, because I've noticed that
or like Dom said, stop hitting the table.
Right? I can't stop, and I won't stop. I want to be able to hit the table. We either need a heavier table or to disconnect these from the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this thing just wasn't connected to the table, I think it would be all right. But thank you.
Yeah. Yes, thanks for sure.
Sorry, everybody. Yes. Well, we don't need a lot of. I would love to see our mayor continue, and love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on, what his plans are. And,
right.
Let us maybe ask some questions, or maybe even take some questions from you guys.
Yeah.
You could give some questions,
That'd be fun.
we'll ask
For sure.
Yeah. Get some answers.
The burning questions, right? The
Right.
hot.
Yeah.
We
all the
want to
hot
know
buttons.
what's going on.
Right. Well, I don't want to scare them. Hey, I was able to get to a couple of the new businesses in town this week. In fact, you and I met up and we went to Threads North.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Threads with a Z. It's not.
No.
They went the traditional route with Threads.
That's okay.
And that's okay.
I am okay with that.
I'm a little disappointed. I really was hoping for Threads with a Z. I think
feel
that's
like
cool.
The clothes inside would be a little different.
You think so?
I think so.
Maybe more like a
Urban
type of a vibe.
Like the shirt probably be sold at a Threads.
Yeah, Threads would be a cool name. Yeah. But anyway, this is a very cool store. I couldn't believe how big that space seemed, and they filled all of it. I mean, it's not like it's empty in there. They've got a ton
changing
of stuff.
rooms, shoes, literally anything you could possibly wear.
Yeah, and now it is mostly what would you call it? Like an outdoor lifestyle, active wear,
high end, very nice clothes, good selection,
great selection. I saw a bunch of stuff I would wear there.
Yeah, my wife bought a couple things.
Yeah,
yes, no, it was friendly staff. It was clean. It was nice.
Yeah,
it sounds like they're
nice
gonna try and do some stuff in the future. So definitely,
honestly, Big Rapids is a trail town, and we should start, maybe catering to that a little bit more. And the new bike shop that has come to town, Einstein Cycles,
yes,
they are going to help with that. You know what I mean? I feel like these two things could maybe go hand in hand.
They had a soft opening, right?
Yeah, I popped in there yesterday. They were open in the old train depot. Right?
Some nice bikes.
Yeah, the old Big Rapids depot. Now, go back to that photo you were on there. I don't know if everyone else can see it. It doesn't matter if they can see it or not, but what's really cool, it's not they don't have like hundreds and hundreds of bikes in there. They just, they have a couple of dozen bikes, but they have everything from they got acoustic and electric. Let's just say that. They got the new, you know what I'm saying? They got the new,
they got the old
and they got like old school.
If
If you want to go rip on the Dragons Trail, they have got non-electric versions from like $500
Not bad.
to $2,500. Of
course.
Right?
Bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Sweet.
I get it.
I mean, really, really cool
line.
bikes. You can see the value. But even the bikes they've got, like the ones on the bottom there, a couple of those are only $500 or $600. That one up top, the Salsa, it says Salsa. That's electric, dude. It doesn't even look electric.
It does not.
But that bike will give you 60 miles or something like that, and is just a great looking bike. Huh. The electric versions, I don't know about the range, but $2,000-$3,000 get you like the higher end.
I feel like that's pretty consistent.
Dom, I just hit my mic.
Yeah.
I smacked it.
I feel like that's pretty consistent.
Sorry, everybody.
I've seen like those types of bikes around that price, anyways. So like,
yeah, right in line.
Fair.
And what the guys were saying is that the technology is evolving rapidly, and that the price is coming down, the storage is going up, the capabilities are going up, the price is coming down,
like most things.
With all technology.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it gets cheaper over time, and yes. So I could totally see a lot of us needing maybe one car and then one, electric bike or something like that,
bike, man.
and being all right instead of needing a couple vehicles in the house. Or
I actually thought
like
about that earlier. I was over at the other house and was leaving, and I thought it's gonna be nice to be right there. A bike ride away from work.
I take my scooter a lot of the times in the summertime. It's ridiculous, I understand that it looks silly, but honestly,
if you see him honk at him.
Yeah, to just jump on an electric scooter and just cruise uptown real quick, or get to a meeting, get to the courthouse,
way better than jumping in your car and kind of trying to navigate the traffic sometimes, man.
Chris, I have a question. Do you know, do they do bike repairs also?
They do.
That's fantastic.
They have got all size tires. They've got your basic parts. So if you need service for your bike, they can do that. And it's only a matter of time before they start offering more services. Oh, here's what I wanted to tell you about this, though. So Einstein Cycles is going to have their grand opening on May 3rd. Does that sound right? Is that a Saturday? May 3rd, if memory serves. They're going to do a grand opening. And if I know these guys, it'll be a party. At their last grand opening, they did a couple kegs of beer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like a real party.
Like a party. I'm talking
party.
like a party. They like
$5 a cup.
No, like free. Like just a fun time. They are they're really cool guys. They really want to be a fun part of the community, and
that's cool.
So May 3rd. Yeah, I mean, honestly, stop in, see
if they got beer.
Even if you're not into that, check out the remodel that has been done to the building.
Really nice.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
And then they're doing the parking lot, and they're going to be putting a statue in there at the trailhead. Bathrooms.
Very cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
redoing all that space. It's going to definitely bring some pop off the trail.
It's been 20 years that people have been asking for something like this. So I really, really hope it gets used. I'd love to see them have like a little section for like ice cream and snacks during the summer, so that when people come in like hot off the trail, they can get some stuff.
Well, any ice cream food trucks out there, maybe you can get with the city, pull up.
And then in the winter time, you've got all the snowmobilers and stuff. It'd be great to have like a warm, like you have hot chocolate coffee bar. And
speaking of that side of town,
yeah,
hopefully this does help, rejuvenate that, because I also hear, and somebody told me that there's even some change happening to the old Yellow Window building.
Oh, yeah, I heard a new restaurant's coming in.
Yeah, I heard just a little bit of buzz that, somebody's replacing there. Dom, was it you that said that you've seen some change to the building?
I did see some change to the building. Very nice.
I have not gotten over there to see it, but yeah, the word is that a local business owner is looking to expand into that space and offer a breakfast
very
lunch.
Cryptic, you guys. Do we know anything else? Or
I don't know beyond that. We kind of just
all right.
We just throw that out there.
You
as
hear
a teaser.
You hear things. Is it Pizza Hut? Because they, are they moving from their spot over to there? Because
it is not Pizza
Hut. I couldn't believe Pizza Hut closed so unceremoniously. If you guys didn't hear, Pizza Hut literally, the Big Rapids Pizza Hut just posted something saying, "Today's our last day. We're still making stuff till we run out of ingredients."
That was it.
And that was it.
Pizza Hut deserves more. My bucket slip deserves way more than that.
My whole childhood, I always would win like the little squish it watches, or like the snap bracelets or whatever from reading my book at books.
Metal Slug on the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Those little mints just hit different than anything else.
It's sad.
I'm gonna miss it.
The problem is I also am gonna miss it, but I can't tell you the last time I had Pizza Hut.
COVID kind of killed Pizza Hut. They didn't reopen to the public that I know of, like their dining room, and then it was every time you'd go in there, it was like, what's going on in here?
Yeah,
going there for pickup, it always felt kind of odd. And
it's been a while since I had Pizza Hut.
Yeah, so it goes.
Yeah, it is. And now this could be home to somebody else. Also your pizza needs will be served as cottage inn is coming in.
I wonder if
downtown.
I wonder if them switching to Wing Street was like the nail in the coffin.
So that's a Pizza Hut problem then, not just a Big Rapids problem.
That'd be more of a Pizza Hut problem, but
I think there was probably something associated with that. As Domino's is pivoting to try and recover and recoup their brand, Pizza Hut's destroying it with Wing Street. So.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
Hopefully that just creates opportunity for somebody else.
Okay. Well, speaking of opportunity, I would love to know what our listeners if they feel like there's something missing from their lives.
Yeah.
Is there some service or some shop that exists somewhere else, but Big Rapids doesn't have it? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Is there some whatever? Is there some food that we should know about? Is there some
little store in
something? Is there some
downtown somewhere?
What's that outdoor brand you introduced me to at Threads North?
Kavu.
Yeah. I never heard of that. That's really cool stuff.
Yeah.
What else are we missing out on, gang?
Well, I know if I go through my Instagram or Facebook or something, all the cool golf polos. Like, where's a good golf store? Nice equipment, and I know Khaki offers a lot of that kind of stuff.
Great pro shop,
but
that's where I get most of my wardrobe.
They're not gonna stock some of the stuff I seen at the Masters this weekend. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So where's that kind of stuff?
That seems very niche to Pat, but hey, let us know. Are you looking for those Masters fashions, or is there something else that maybe you think Big Rapids needs besides like another parts store or another whatever? So,
I know things for kids to do is the very common one.
Yeah,
and hopefully when that arcade opens there on the south side, they can help offer something, at least fill a little bit of a need of some sort.
Hey,
I'm rooting for them all.
That's a good idea. If the theater opens, the arcade opens, we get a few things going for the kids.
Milkshake Spot is open.
Yeah, it's open.
Have you got any ice cream yet?
I'm embarrassed to say I have not. The young lady who lives with us got a job there.
Oh.
And so we have all the more reason to go. I just haven't.
Is there a family discount? I need to know.
I doubt it, but you know what?
Should I name drop?
Get yourself one of these.
There's a discount.
I still have a few of these. These are downtown cards. These are Big Rapids downtown discount cards.
And the Milkshake Spot is on there.
The Milkshake Spot is on here. In fact, at the Milkshake Spot, you save $1 every single time you go there.
That's the family discount.
Boom, $1 per
for $10.
How many times will you go there this summer? 700? 800? 1,000? I don't know, but that's $1,000.
That's value right there. That's a free
right there.
That's a $10, $1,000.
Proven.
Chris, if you're going 1,000 times this summer, we talked about the way that we take care of our bodies a few weeks ago. Yeah. We might need to
I just
work
said
on
the
that.
kid who lives here is working there, so I'm going to have to go there at least a couple.
At least
all
100.
Right, so maybe not 200, maybe 3 times. I'll probably go there 3 times. That's $3. Bagoom. That's a third. That's 30% off this card right here, guys.
Yep, 100%.
This thing is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper.
No,
if you come to Rotary, every week, Rotary is now meeting in the basement of Artworks. Okay, Rotary's such a great group. Talk about, each of these individual lights, like you and Dom, other amazing people that I know who really want to do good in the world. But we're just one person.
Right.
But getting to pool our resources and do something cool, that's the power of Rotary. Rotary's meeting in the basement of Artworks every Tuesday at noon, and it's free and open to everyone. But stop upstairs and grab lunch at the Three Girls Bakery. Mm-hmm. It's 10% off. 10%. Every single use. There's
grab
no
lunch
limit.
for you and 3
what
buddies.
Were they thinking?
That's $3 to $5.
That's 52 lunches a year. That's 52 lunches a year I'm going to save 10% off on.
That's
520%.
You know who is on that card? I see a low.
That's 5,200%.
You do math like my teenage daughter ordering things on Amazon.
That's how I want to promote these cards. Guys, that's 5,200% off.
5,200.
This thing, now you're making money.
Yeah.
Now money's in your pocket.
Is that somebody at the door? They're knocking at the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
They're banging down the door.
Yeah.
For these things.
Anyway, these downtown cards are worth it. And they will help the DBA to throw things like Summerfest, the Fall Fest, Winter Lights Parade, 4th of July.
Beautiful flowers. Seating arrangements into our new social district.
Right.
It's not just the events. If you can't make it to an event, it's also making our downtown
making
look
our
beautiful.
area look beautiful, which leads to more investment.
Yes.
Which, hey, a rising tide lifts all boats.
So
right?
speaking of downtown, and I see the businesses there. I see they have a new sign over by the old Rite Aid. Is Lume moving out of downtown?
Yeah, it seems like it. They've got a nice sign up where the old K-Kind building was.
Yep.
That was where B-Tan used to be for all you folks who've
Oh,
been around.
B-Tan.
And remember B-Tan?
Shout out.
Yep. So that sort of, that west side of that plaza, it's been empty for a while.
A lot of people thought, they come up to me and thought it was like early Qdoba stuff, not Qdoba, but Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle.
Like, structural engineers and this and this.
No, apparently Lume has had enough with the downtown experiment. They just are they're too busy to be
for
limited.
parking and yeah.
And so I think this will probably loosen things up for them quite a bit.
Yeah. That's good. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
And speaking of, you'll probably see a bunch of buzz. Sunday is also a big day for them. So there'll be food trucks and everywhere all over town.
What is?
Sunday is the big day for most of the weed shops in town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Easter Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday. It's date specific, I suppose, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I just seen some of that stuff on Facebook.
This Sunday is Easter Sunday.
Yes.
And if you need a place to worship, come join us at Res Life.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Both days.
I'll be there both days at a couple of the services. But, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Great time to...
Expanded the parking, all that.
Yeah, great time to maybe get dressed up just a little bit more than we normally do. And
so I can't wear jeans to church this weekend?
You can, but they got to be your good jeans.
All right.
They got to be your going to meeting jeans.
Perfect.
All right. A couple things we wanted to retouch on to make sure people knew about them. One was that Karaoke for a Cause. That is, it's what is that, next week?
2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, okay, right.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so it'd be like next weekend maybe.
The Thursday.
Yeah, the weekend after Easter.
May 1st.
Okay,
Thursday.
May 1st, 2025, Angels of Action is having this event at the Peaks to raise money. It is called Karaoke for a Cause. Sing, Support, Shine. Tickets are just $20 a piece. If you wait and get them at the door, they're $25. And you can just go to the Angels of Action page to find out more info and to get tickets.
Kim told me this morning that also includes dinner.
What?
Yep.
For $20?
Yep. So do you also get food for that price?
Dinner and a show?
Dinner and a show for $20.
Wow. Well, I realize these are not like professional artists. So it's an amateur show.
Far from.
Hey, listen, I've been to some.
That's fair. Yes.
Where they just blow your doors off.
Yep.
There is so much talent walking around.
And if you're going to be willing to go out on a limb to sing
where
in front of these people,
where people have paid $20 to $25,
you're probably pretty good at karaoke.
Dang, that sounds cool, man.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good time.
All right, well, that's Karaoke for a Cause. It goes to support Angels of Action, and anything you can do to support Angels in their mission of feeding kids who are in vulnerable positions, I think is a good thing. Yep. So what else, bud?
I also seen this. The city has got their registration out for beach volleyball.
You're a big volleyball guy.
We
you got a volleyball team.
Playoffs start next weekend, and we're right in the middle of the pack because as much as I play, I'm still not that great. So
yeah, same here.
But
I used to punch the ball a lot. My family yelled at me all the time because
those people aren't on my team no more.
Because I would punch or kick it. I was like a fat kid. And, we played a ton of volleyball. My sister was a collegiate volleyball athlete. She got, anyway. And so my family was super into it. We played a ton. And I would punch the ball. I'd kick the ball. I'd do this thing a lot.
I do that sometimes too. But
I would always insist that it would work about one out of 3 times.
My wife, she's a big
right.
I'm like, stop. She's
like,
no,
I can do it. Yeah, right. It works like a few sometimes. Yeah. Anyway,
we did the beach volleyball during COVID. It was a good time. It's on Mondays and Wednesdays nights, and I figured I'd just share because some people don't know about this kind of stuff.
So how does this work? If do you need 2 people, 4 people?
It was a 6-man squads.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's co-ed. So 3 guys, 3 girls. They, register through the city.
So get a team together, and
I think it's one or the other. Mondays or Wednesdays, you kind of sign up for one of the nights.
Oh, cool! So you can either do a Monday night volleyball league or a Wednesday night league. Where are these beach?
That's up at North End Park.
They got beach courts, huh?
Yep.
Seeing
right
courts.
over by the they got 2 pavilions there.
Right. Okay. Well, that's so cool, man. So if you can get some friends together, maybe get some couples to join you, and they're going to start May 9th. May 9th registration is due. Scrimmages are May 19th and 21st. That must be the first Monday and Wednesday. And then league play starts the following week.
Yep.
If you want more information, call Josh Piles. He's he's the go-to guy for all the recreational stuff around Big Rapids. And the number is 231-592-4038.
Yeah, no, it's
that was very professional.
That's
right?
Very professional.
I've always felt like I could have had a career in that type of work, broadcast work, voiceover work, something like that.
I was told I have a face for radio.
You do.
By more than a few people.
We've told you that like every single week since we've been doing this. That's why we don't put a camera on you. That's why for some reason I just can't figure out how to get a camera on you.
That's understandable.
We've made all these other upgrades to the studio, but we just haven't. No, I'm just teasing him. We are so close to having cameras on Dom, and we have a room for a guest.
Yeah.
Love to get Mayor Guenther.
Who else?
To be our first guest.
Who else would people like to see on the show?
We're open to whoever you think would be wise. I
can't book the president or something, but local.
Book the president of the university.
Yeah, there we go.
Stuff like that, Dr. Pink. But anyway, we've got a great spot for a guest. We've just we're getting a couple more cameras together, and
thanks for everybody for tuning in because without you guys, this doesn't.
And in
fact, can't do this
please
kind of stuff.
Do me a favor right now. Would you just click share, even if you don't. If you're just watching this on a lark, just share it. It doesn't cost anything. Just click share. Maybe 2 or 3 of your friends will get turned into it and turned onto it, and we'll dig it.
Yeah.
We promise we'll only get better from here.
To be fair, somebody told me that we'd be getting better. So
that's right. I do think we've been getting better. I edit these shows. So I watch them, and I do think we've gotten better, and I don't care. I'm having just as much fun as I was from day one.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep doing it. Okay. Besides Milkshake Spot being open, which they are, they're open. So I know it's snowing in the mornings. But if but it's going to be nice, and if you're feeling like it's going to be nice in the afternoon. Look, you don't have to make excuses to anybody. If you feel like having some ridiculous milkshake with like a whole donut on the top of it,
live your life.
You live your life.
Yes.
YOLO.
Yeah.
But A&W's open too. I just want to throw that out there. A&W's open too. Oh God, cheese curds are a danger. They're dangerous.
I need somebody to drop some off or something. I don't know. I just haven't had
cheese
time.
Curds are just right there all the time. I know right where they're at. They're there. They've got great little sauces to dip them in. And
nobody works there, right? You're not obliged to go there.
My daughter works there.
So does my son. Yeah, I was just kidding. Yeah, Jeremiah got a job there. He's working the grill.
Family connections everywhere. Let's
we
go.
have been trying to support him, and so I've been having way
Chris,
too many cheese
have you
curds.
gotten the root beer soft serve ice cream?
I have had that before. It's fantastic.
That's like a root beer.
It's
take the syrup.
Forget the soda. Just get the ice cream.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Root beer ice cream. It's fantastic.
Is it? Okay.
It's like a root beer float, just
It's just as ice cream.
Yeah.
I've had root beer float ice cream that comes out the pail. Hudsonville and stuff like that.
No.
Kind of
dog water compared to
it really
this.
is.
Okay, I feel like we've been going a while now already. I don't want this to get crazy on us.
Yeah.
So is there anything we missed before we turn it over to Dom for some corrections?
I do have Little Buzz on the east side. I heard.
Yeah, you do yours, and I want to give a shout out too.
I heard that there might be a new bookstore coming on the east side of town.
A bookstore, huh?
Yes. Pages and something. Somebody, my sister-in-law texted me late yesterday about it.
Very cryptic.
Said it's over there on that trailside crossing area.
Well, there is sort of a bookstore there. That FIFA game, or no. Something FOFA games.
There's
FIFA?
Tofa.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next to.
I apologize, but they are. They sell books and stuff, but it's about gaming. It's like gaming. Specific,
Magic the Gathering,
that type stuff.
Yep,
but you're talking like a proper bookstore.
That's what I heard, and I also heard that
bless
there is
anybody who opens a bookstore in this day and age. I say God bless you.
I can't remember if I sent you the screenshot or not, but I took one of another game store similar to the Tofa one. That's coming
I
to the
heard
area.
about that too. Someone else is doing a game store.
I'm gonna have to look into that. We'll bring some more details on that,
guys. As per usual, we don't know anything, but if you do, let us know. We will report on it. If you know
the owner of that store is probably like watching right now.
They're like, God, it's Tofa. It's not whatever. It's like, God, these idiots.
No, put the information in the comments.
Please let us know, so that way our viewers and listeners can know too, because we're all in this together, gang. That's right. So we've got some, potential new stuff coming to town. If you have any topics for us to discuss, let us know. But as far as I'm concerned,
you got one? You had something you wanted to share from last weekend?
Thank you so much. Before we leave, wanted to give a thank you to the Girl Scouts of America. Yes. That's what it was. Yes. So last week the Girl Scouts had me out. I should have sent you a couple photos to share. Picture me and a bunch of little girls happy. Okay. So that's all you got to picture. Just me holding a drum and then a bunch of happy little kids running around. But I wanted to thank the Girl Scouts of America because they did reimburse me via cookies. And I really appreciated that. So I got these trefoils.
I'm not
this
gonna
must
lie.
be the classic. This is the one I never buy. This is like the basic.
Shortbread?
It's
like just shortbread.
We love and appreciate the Girl Scouts.
Well, I tell you what, they were fantastic.
Oh, all right.
I was like, at first I was like, I wonder if they gave them to me because they didn't know what I liked. And like, you can't go wrong with some, just some basic shortbreads is what I was thinking. But, they were actually delicious, and I had a great time with the kids.
Weather was good, right?
The weather was wonderful. It was a bunch of little kids, man, a bunch of little girls. And so it was like the ladies who run it did a great job of like sort of herding cats, because one little girl would be like a butterfly, and then they'd be like, hey, what's she doing? And they would all run. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
So we just had fun, man. We just hung out in the park for an hour.
Banged on some drums.
Hit some drums and
made some music.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me out. It's so wild to be the grumpy 43-year-old dude that I am most of the time. That I have to be. I'm negotiating things. I'm being hard nosed. I'm just trying to stand up for things I believe in, and then I get to dance around like a goofball with a bunch of little girls. Doing
I love that.
powwow dancing. I love it, man. That's life.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah,
inside.
It kind of balances things out.
It does.
That's what makes a life up.
For sure.
Dom, what do you have for us this week? Any information or corrections?
Well, hey, May 3rd is a Saturday.
Let's go.
Okay. You were correct on that.
So that's the grand opening of Einstein Cycles, May 3rd. That's a Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't know if you guys knew this. Do you guys know what it's called when you win all 4 major championships in 1 year?
Well,
only one person has ever done it.
They call it the Grand Slam when you win all 4 major championships in your career.
But if you do it in one
inside the park home run.
one 12-month span,
that's a good guess. I was going to say I don't know.
It is called a Tiger Slam.
Because
Tiger Woods is the only person ever to accomplish that.
Unbelievable.
It was 1999 and the year 2000.
Yeah.
He won the PGA championship in the fall. and then followed it up by the Masters, the U.S. Open, and the Open Championships next year.
Wonderful.
To be able to live in that time, to watch Tiger, Michael Phelps. I mean, some of these great historians, athletes.
Unfortunately, they're all a little bit fallen from grace now.
Yeah, for sure.
I just wish that Tiger would have been. I wish he would have been happy to be the people's champ and to be the greatest ever, and would have just put some of the daddy issues aside and not played soldier and not gotten some of the other mess.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think he'd still be in contention,
dominating.
Yeah,
I mean, once the first injury happened, then the rest was just downhill.
And way before the car accident, he was doing these war games and stuff because his dad was a special forces soldier. And so I think, he wanted to prove he was that tough. He could be a Navy SEAL. Yeah. And he got beat up by those,
it's unfortunate.
Dudes. Yeah.
Because, Tiger and Rory came up together from what I remember. Rory's probably 10 years younger.
Yeah, way younger.
But I guess it was Phil, wasn't it? Yeah,
Phil and Tiger.
Anyways, but Phil's still golfing, at a high level. He was at the Masters this weekend. He looks great.
He looks great.
And who wasn't? Tiger. And Tiger I think it's all the success that comes with it. But anyways.
Hey, listen, everybody has to live their life, though.
What was it called? The Tiger Slam?
The Tiger Slam. Right. He did it. So, nobody can take that away from him. That's another great thing about the Masters. Once you've done it, and that's it, man. Nobody can take it from you.
Cemented.
And now Rory's in the group. What else, Dom?
That's all.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Man, another wonderful, wonderful tournament close. I love everything about Masters Week and getting to see. I can't wait for that story to be told like next year, like on the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Swing. What is it called? Shoot. Something swing. Full swing.
Full swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
I knew swing.
Gosh. Imagine having to hear another year of like whining that he didn't
right
something like that. But
no, it's good.
Yeah, no, all good, man. Good stories coming, and
somebody can come rewrite history again next year. And,
that's right.
And there'll be good golf, and there's a lot of buzz with golf too.
In hockey, Ovechkin was able to finally, knock the great one off of the.
I also heard it was like in the exact same number of games or something like that.
Correct. It was like
just insane.
Yeah, right.
To be that, I guess averages it kind of works out that way, but. No, that, and speaking of hockey, Western won the national championship last weekend.
That's right.
So that was
Go
crazy.
Michigan.
Yeah, shout out Western Michigan Broncos too.
If we can't compete in warm weather sports, God bless, at least we can compete in some of the cold weather ones.
For sure.
For at least a few more years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. If there's nothing else,
that's all I got.
That's what's up, Big Rapids, for this week. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And just remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the example you want to see in the world. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's how we can turn the ship. That's how we can make things just a little bit better and brighter. Okay? That's all I've got for this week. Dom, hit the music.
See you guys next week.